In we go. Look at all the darkspawn I killed. 126 and only one boss. That's weird. Does the ogre not count as my kill? That sucks. Who are you?
What will happen to us now that the king is dead? I hear you drove our
I don't know. Oh.
I hope
You're welcome.
you'll come back.
Who are you?
There'll just be
No
more
one.
bandits as soon as you leave.
Rafuji. Oh, no, let's not do that.
Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
The who?
Head of this chantry. I came to ask for a blessing. Well, good luck.
Alright, that was boring.
They're the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Hello, you're Bryant.
Yes? Who might you be?
I'm I forgot we're wanted. My name's Ren.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Actually a Great Warden.
I see. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
Yeah, I've heard the rumors.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just...
So he really doesn't care. This is one of those things where he's like, that sounds crazy. Because you're both heroes in legend, and even if you were that evil, that sounds really careless because all of you are dead now, except like 3. Or 2. But, so I'm just gonna let it go. I've got bigger problems. Hey, about those bandits, by the way.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
One less. I took care of it.
Indeed? They're gone?
It's true. I saw the bastard running for the hills myself.
That's an impressive feat indeed. Will you accept a small reward for your efforts?
I could keep trying to... We don't need money that badly, so we're not going to actually keep an eye out. Yeah, that'd be great.
If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I need some information, actually.
If the matter is important, certainly.
So, what's the recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde
Yeah, other than that.
down on us, none of it is good. Tern Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
So there's no... Hold on, but Logan's a hero. Isn't that okay?
Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is...
That is true.
If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
So what's wrong with Eamon? What's going on?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles.
We're looking for the ashes of Christ to heal our local guy, our local governor, basically.
For fantasies, well, never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Dang. Anything you can offer, by the way?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall.
Yes, I need that cabinet.
There's more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
All right, well, I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Peace out, Beansprout. So we got a key. That key's very important to me. So yeah, things are going all kinds of crazy. And look, it's Sir Donald. Donald Duck.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Well, yeah, because I walked up behind you.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight.
Everyone keeps saying that.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
Arleman must have a lot of pull.
Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Aren't you should be going the other way, dude, from the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
Oh. So I was hoping to meet the Arl, actually.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Tern Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tairn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tairn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse.
Yeah, regardless of who he's gonna support, this guy is sick. Alright. Any advice?
Arl Eamon were well, I have little doubt he would assist you. My quest, however, remains the same.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe...
This is another important reason to go to Redcliffe really early.
I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
So your quest brought you here for the ashes.
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
What is this urn of ashes?
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Oh, I'd like to hear what you got so far.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more.
He's like, I haven't found anything. This is really pointless for me.
To return to
My
Redcliffe.
job is to kill
Tell
dudes.
the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Oh, wait, Henrik?
Fellow knight and travelling companion. He is delayed, though.
He is dead.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
You're welcome. Your friend's dead. Cool. So we got a note. Oh, Havard the Aegis. A childhood friend of Mafrath. Oh, that's supposed to be what Alistair Shield is named after. Interesting. Alright, what we got here?
Maker spoke. A chant of light scattered in the darkness.
There's a cabinet in the back, he said. It's one of these. It's not these cabinets, but I'm just gonna hold on.
What do you wish of me?
Darn it, hold on, sorry.
Let those who seek redemption
I hate
be
this.
delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
Thank you. The Black Fox. It's locked. I have to come back with somebody else who's a rogue. Who are you?
I'm sorry,
No.
but I must prepare the Chantry's
Who you?
before we
I'm sorry, I cannot talk now. I must feed.
Alright, I'll leave you alone. I don't care. I don't care about the significance of the brazier. Oh, I wanted to talk on the thing.
Shall the Maker return to the Black City in
Oh, this is the cabinet.
Task complete.
Health Potus, Fire Crystal, Ancient Elven Boots. So there is a specific class specialization we're going to move into that's called Arcane Warrior. This is like basically partially for them. It's pretty good armor. I don't know if we'll go with the full set for the bonus, but we're definitely going to wear a good amount of the armor. So we're going to collect the pieces because the pieces are scattered. And there's only one set of it throughout the entire game.
Only the word dispels the darkness.
Alright, let's see here. Anything in here? Yeah, I always forget that's not a chest. It looks like a regular chest. Alright. Hello, ma'am. Wait, is that a vanity? No. Hello, ma'am.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Oh. Yeah, sure. What's acceptable?
I suggest 30 silver.
Sure.
Thank you, my son.
I don't think it actually does anything, but it's, you know, you want to do something. I'm a Grey Warden. I'm looking to get your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
I do know. I've heard, but it wasn't us, man.
Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a
Yeah, I don't
price
know
on
about
head.
that.
Lay low, and
Says the
I
lady.
promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now,
That's fair.
if there is nothing else,
I should go.
may the make...
So that was pointless, but we'll come back with a different character. And we'll get a little bit more out of this. So let's leave. Actually, let's, we're in this space right here, so let's talk to Morrigan about, something.
You must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry, since we're in the Chantry right now?
You are very
Oh.
cute to ask so many questions.
Oh, I was listening to a podcast before about that, anime Beastars. It's also a manga. and it's about relationships and love and drama and social cues and anthropomorphic animals. And I was listening to podcasts and someone mentioned that for young men, and I found this to be pretty succinct, it's depending on how heteronormative you are or how much people expect you to have testosterone or that sort of machismo, it can be very frightening / confusing when a girl or any gendered person now, and honestly, depending on your orientation, hits on you. Because in society, and this, I kind of realize this as well, we don't really train men what to do. We don't teach guys what to do when people hit on them. We always kind of encourage guys to be the pursuers and women to be on the defensive. And, it's also important to teach women what to do when they're pursued by guys or girls or people that want to take advantage of them. But at the same time, it's like, I had this feeling in my chest when she said I'm very cute. Because it's like, well, she's very attractive. Morgan is. But it's like, I feel like it's a big thing that doesn't get stated a lot, that I think for a certain type of guy, especially introverted, especially one that's not really in tune with their self-confidence or self-esteem, it can be very confusing and scary to be hit on. And I think that's why guys have a lot of trouble getting hit on by other guys when they're straight. I've learned to love it. It's fun. But with girls, it still hits me a certain way. I'm like, But thank you. That's very kind of you.
And I am glad you are so glad. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were.
They weren't. Well, Lady Jesus.
In fact, the Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really didn't have any... Lady! You really had no trouble with Templars?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning.
Get out or die was Flemeth's warning.
To heed. And then the
probably more poetic.
game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait, a little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Oh. She used you as bait, though?
It was a game, and I, a young girl. If I didn't...
Wow, Flemeth really, trained that into you.
Upset. Thankfully,
that's kind of messed up.
The wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
What exactly is an apostate?
You do not know. The zealots use that word.
Lady.
Magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the
Jesus Christ
as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations.
But for all her talk of being free,
true,
Morgan is a textbook example of someone that doesn't use blood magic. She doesn't need to use it. Well, I agree completely. Yeah, I'm a character who's role-playing as, I appreciate the circle, but their zealotry, I think, makes things far worse. I mean, look at that one girl who was, praying because she thought she was cursed. Magic is dangerous, but look at someone like Morgan. Yes, she has different internal values because how she was raised, but at the same time, she's not badly adjusted. She's not killing people randomly. She does not even use blood magic unless you make her do it. So I have to find myself agreeing.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task.
I wanted to ask her if she still thought it was fun. All right. Well, I got back those points that I lost from before. And Alistair, you're a Templar. I'd like to ask you something. Oh, why are you still a Templar if you don't like the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
In that case, you should become a mage. Look at all these outfits, man.
Oh, you aren't kidding. I think the Templar uniforms are as colorful.
That's a mage-specific dialogue.
The Templars didn't feel dull in comparison. Last thing you want when you're about to take down some Maleficar out in the woods is to have him point and laugh at your taste in clothing, am I right?
Oh. I don't know. Which one do I go with? Let's see. So this is where you deflect questions with humor, right? And it might happen anyway.
Oh, ow, ow. Stab wounds to the pride are the worst. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do want to know, man, yeah. Oh, you know what? No, make up something more exciting then.
You know, I like the way you think. You're all right. If you're really curious, then I'll tell you. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the nobles...
Oh yeah, sometimes nobles put their younger families into the Chantry when there's no place for them to rule
off, unwanted,
within the family
determined
dynamic.
to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
There's actually a little bit of a debate that, or like kind of like a weird retcon slash problem where Templars, in order to be able to be able to use their abilities, they're supposed to have a little bit of lyrium. It's like a magic potion that mages use, but then Templars also need it to access their abilities because they're not magical. They're not naturally magical. But it also forms, we'll learn later, an addiction, a very habit-forming addiction that requires, like, it not only like is an addiction, it addles your senses and makes you go kind of crazier when you're older, kind of like senile, like much quicker. Think of like NFL players, and it's basically that, except it's a drug, and they're required to take it. So Alistair got far in his training, but he never did the lyrium thing. But he can still all use the abilities. The lore is a little bit at odds with itself because the lore says you need the abilities, but then at some point I think it was retconned to say the lyrium, the magic potion, helps you do the thing better, but you don't necessarily need it. So Alistair's basically a semi-Templar. He's got some of the abilities, but he never finished all the training. But I think I get it. It makes sense, even though you don't like being there. You got something out of it.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding. The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
I lived at the Circle Tower for the longest time, dude. That's really what was home for me. Weird home, but home.
But it's not your home anymore, right? You can never go back for good.
Yeah.
I think I understand how you feel. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again.
It sounds fun.
Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good.
Not really. We can rebuild. Hey, we can rebuild, man.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those...
It won't feel the same, but it's important to
I
start.
wonder if it would ever feel...
Start the process back up.
Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
There's I don't know if I mentioned it before on camera, but there's a quote I came up with, not to toot my own horn or humble brag, but there's a quote I came up with for a book I was writing where a character basically explains, it's a world like this where everything breaks and falls apart and people die and life can be very difficult and there's a lot of struggle. And the character says to a younger character, where basically he imparts to her saying, yeah, life is hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a struggle. But I've learned that, and I think you should learn at this point, I'm paraphrasing it because I don't remember exactly, but life can't be about what breaks you. It can't. Because if it's about that, you'll never move on.
Alistair, if you will.
Oh, Jesus. They're talking. Hold on.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden?
Yeah, here we go. Here's the dialogue I talked about last part.
That you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear?
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want.
Oh, I triggered a new dialogue. I'm so sorry.
Why do you keep staring?
I forgot that there's a dialogue point here too.
Can you not tell when you are not wanted? enjoy company of creatures of the wild. Stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
He's funny. Let me see if it recorded it or if it cut it off, so that way I can give you guys the completed section of what they talked about. Ooh, no. I think it's gone. What do you, yeah, this is all recorded dialogue that we have cutscenes for. All right, yeah, but it's like I said. Unfortunately, from now on, sorry, I'll hold still when that happens because clearly I don't remember where all the dialogue checks are for the banter. But basically, yeah, he's saying he likes to not be the one in charge, like I explained last time. And Morgan pokes fun at him for it, saying, "Oh, I guess you're just a loser then." So sorry about that. I'll stay still in the future, so that won't happen again. Let's see here. Oh, this character though. This character they do reference forward. There are some characters here they do reference forward for. That lady they do, this lady they do, and another character in the bar they do.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
I'm familiar with traps. Why?
I would happily pay you to make them. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But you probably already know that. Sorry. Come back.
So the quest is traps are a girl's best friend. Pretty funny. How many do I need? Since Barlin has all the traps, she needs you to make 3 spring traps. So this is why we give Alistair the thing, because he can just make traps. Trap making brings you to a new menu. We found these in a chest earlier, so 1, 2, 3. And we are done.
Did you make any?
I have the traps.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you.
You're welcome. Not a big reward, but I like checking it off for me in my brain. Is this locked? That's locked. Hello, ma'am.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Aw, are you okay? Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I do, and also Morgan does. Morgan comes with herbalism, so you can have someone craft you health potions.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few potions, I'll write.
Alright, so basically the quest is more than just plants. These quests are all teaching you about how to craft things, basically. They're a little subtle way of helping you do that. Is this better or worse? It's worse. These are all little quests that basically help you do certain things better. Or learn to do certain actions. So, I have the herbalism skill, so does Morgan. We can jump in, and we can make what she's asking us to make. I think we needed a recipe for it, unless we just come with this one already. But, in case you don't have, or don't care about doing it, all you need is 3 lesser health poultices. We have a bunch of those already. We have a bunch of them right here. We have 3 of these. We can just give them to her. So we will just give them to her. We could make more, but it doesn't matter. I didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Thank you. You're welcome. Not a lot of money, but obviously in my playthrough, I don't care about money right now. So first time through, if you don't have that weapon that you can sell for a bunch of money, obviously that's a bunch of money you can make, very clearly. Okay, you're helpful.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
Hmm? Who are these soldiers?
They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the king.
It could be deserters. Alright, well I should go.
Ah.
I want to say thanks for the advice, but it took that away
Don't
from me.
mind my asking. I hear talk of someone giving those bastards outside the village what they deserved. That wouldn't be you, would it?
It was. Why?
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here.
So the game is trying to react to my decisions. So the other guy was like, oh, I don't care. Why'd you drive him off? We needed to make sure less people come in. And this guy's like, oh, hey, guys, this guy's great. Look at this. This is our hero. This is gossip.
Maker's blessing to you.
I think if you walk far enough away, they start talking. I think. Or maybe it triggers when you enter the zone. I don't know. We're gonna save. We're gonna walk into the tavern. Hello, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, doggy. Oh, they're there.
I'd keep your voice down if I were you.
So there's recruiters from Logain's army around somewhere that are pressing people into service. Dane's Refuge. That's the name of the bar. There is a story in this world that's called Dane and the Werewolf.
Look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Hello.
Logain's men.
How can you tell it's Logain's men?
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
I wanna hope that's because we were nice to everyone and that's why they said that.
Surely, there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the...
She has a knife on her back. So, I want to start talking about it, but we should just get to the dialogue. But this is another one of my personal favorite characters. I will admit though, I understand why people think her inclusion in the series is getting a little bit saturated, because she's in every Dragon Age entry. She's in every single one, and personally, I like her a lot. I even like her inclusion in the third game. I think it's somewhat appropriate, if a little overdone, and a little bit of backtracking and squeezing the character for all their worth of all their content. But I think it works in the end. So I just think it's interesting to see this type of character. So we'll look and let's just talk. Hey, let's talk about this before this gets out of hand.
I doubt he would listen. He blindly follows his master's commands.
I am not the blind one. I served at Ostagar, where the Turn saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk. Take the Warden into...
Whoa.
Kill the...
Whoa, wee wub.
Gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Holy cow, Bazow.
I never liked this part.
And she's fighting too. She's all into it. Let's just start killing this guy. Bam. Did we kill everybody? We gotta kill these guys for XP. Oh, they killed the guy behind me.
We surrender.
Good.
If you kill him, the fight ends soon.
Stop fighting now.
Listen, I did not betray anyone. It was Logain.
I was there. The Turn pulled us out of a trap.
Oh my god, just leave. Yes, they pulled you out of a trap. Yes, because the Darkspawn ambushed us, but it wasn't us. Just get out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Jesus.
I apologize for interfering, but I could
Just got blood all over her.
and not help.
I love you. Hey, listen. I appreciate what you tried to do. That was really cool.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothric.
You can tell by her accent she has a background from the French-inspired country, Orlais. I'm Ren. It's really nice to meet you.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming.
A lot of people assume that everyone is a human. So it's a little bit of bias that comes into it. But a very honest moment of bias. It's one of those lighter moments of racism that's somewhat benign, but still stereotyping. Or still bias. It's still a type of bias. Wait, you want to join me? Why are you so eager to come with me? We're going to be fighting and killing. You did good. But why are you so interested in coming?
The Maker told me to.
Ooh. God told you. Elaborate just a tiny bit more.
I know that sounds absolutely insane.
Strong start for a character.
True. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Alistair, come on.
People here.
When you're right in front of her.
Their despair and this darkness, this chaos will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
So she really wants to help us, and she's good in the fight. So I should say here, I've said it before, but in this world's canon, the Maker, aka God, has turned away from humanity. They have decided to abandon humanity because of their transgressions, because of their original sin of entering the seat of heaven. So someone proclaiming not only to hear God is not only somewhat blasphemous, is also partially like factually wrong according to the religion. You know? So it would mean that even though Leniana means well, most people in her religious community, and she'll talk more about this, would say that she is wrong and spouting crazy information according to her religion. But this is an RPG, and you just helped me out, and also very attractive. This is an attractive looking gang, including Alistair and the dog. So I'm not going to turn away help if you're interested. So if you want to come, come.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you, Morrigan.
I appreciate it.
We could press her for why she's very good.
I will not let you down.
Also, if you turn her away... Oh, this is the party menu screen. If you turn her away... Oh, wait, I want to... Hold on. So...
Oh, blast it.
They say things. If you take and add them away. Leniana. Cool. We're good. So, Leniana, lay sister of the Chantry, she joined Alistair Wren in Lothering, insisting she would prove useful. If you tell her to go away, she will come back at the edge of town to say, hey, come on, please let me join you. And it's really funny. But we should get Leniana into something a little better and free up our inventory. So Leniana is primarily a dagger wielder. We're going to train her as a bow and arrow user. So we're going to give her a longbow as her primary set. We're also going to give her an alternate set for stabbing. We'll probably give her the Sorrows of Arlathan at some point, but we'll see specifically. Oh, we got these. So we could give her studded leather, which is pretty good for her, but we're more... Oh, she doesn't have the strength for this yet. So we need to raise her strength to 20 because this is basically her DLC outfit. It looks like any other outfit, but this is what she gets from there. This is from her DLC. So for now, we're gonna give her studded leather, and give her a set bonus for studded leather. Her bonus is to armor. Pretty simple. Ooh, this is actually much better, but she doesn't get the bonus. So we'll keep her with the bonus to that, and then personally, then in that case, I'm going to take the lion's paw. Because right now I'm getting no bonus as it is, so these are perfect for me. And I won't get a bonus with the mage outfit anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's no like hands for anything, so this is perfect for me right now. And Fade Striders, Morrigan, you can have my Fade Striders because I think they're a little bit better. They're the same, but you get more magic, so that's better for you. And then back to Leniana, Seeker's Circle, +1 cunning, +10 mental resistance. Feral Wolf Charm, no, we're going to give this to somebody else. Guildmaster's Belt. Cunning, increases monetary gain, chance to dodge attacks. Dalish Promise Ring, yes. So we're going to give her the Guildmaster. And then we're going to give her the Dalish Promise Ring, I believe. Yeah, because she's not going to do a lot of backstabbing. So we want to reduce her hostility because she's going to be an archer. And we want to give her the Dalish Promise Ring. I think that's about it for her right now. I think we're good. So we'll work on the rest of the stuff later. I want to keep this just for fun. Chantry Robe. And then, Leniana's going to have 2 sets. She can't have this yet, but it is a dagger. So we're going to give her 2 enchanted daggers. She came with her own. So that was very useful. We're going to give her... Where's the other dagger? Oh, here it is. I'm so stupid. Alright. Cool, you're all set to go, girl. And I think she actually comes with... Does she come with trap making? No, she only has poison making. But rogues get skills faster than any other class. So for example, let's go to Leniana's skill tree. She already has pickpocketing, which is interesting for a priest to have. Poison making and combat training. We'll get into her background in a little bit. But essentially for these skills, rogues get a skill point every other level. And I think the other classes get one... Or is the... Oh, wait. I think is the opposite. I think... no. Every class gets a skill point every other level. Rogues get them every level. If I'm not mistaken. Because rogues are supposed to be the more, like, environmentally savvy characters that can do a lot of everything. So if you want to have a lot of skills, Lyanna's your girl. And I believe there's a chest in here that I can unlock. Quartz. Chest. There you go.
It's like you wanted.
Thank you. So I like Leniana Laza character. We'll get to more of her in a second. I wish I could learn lockpicking though. That would be great. Is there anything up here? No, there's not. Okay. We'll get to more of her in a second, obviously. Dog can't clean me up, unfortunately, right now. But we'll talk to this guy, Barlin. He's also in reference to DA2.
Chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Hello. And no, you got any well-paying work?
Check the Chanter's board by the Chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about
My friend does.
poison?
I've dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Oh, I was supposed to say before. I totally forgot. All of these quests, the trap making, the health potion making, the poison making, this is all supposed to be basically teaching you how to do your early crafting. It's a nice real segue of giving you some money to do some quests that require you to make stuff. So the game is like basically just teaching you in a much smoother tutorial. You know where I can get ingredients for poison?
Herbs in the North Wood. As for up, I don't really know what you need though. I might.
All right, show me what you got. I think he actually has some of the stuff we can use on him. Oh, I want to give a crossbow to... Ooh, lightning rod. That's not as good. It's not as good for my damage. Thorn of Dead Gods. We don't need that. What is this? Oh, Arrow of Filth. Disgusting. Oh, let's sell this and this and this. We got some more stuff for leather. We could get Leniana's leather clothes together. And this is for our dog. Honestly, we don't need to equip the dog that much. It's not really all that important. Health poultice, mild lures, traps, lyrium potion. We're going to buy this for sure so we can make our own lyrium potions. Life stones, flask, dust, trap triggers. Oh, we're going to buy all these gifts. If you're curious, Morrigan is the character that likes getting gifts. Not gifts, sorry. Likes getting jewelry. That's her thing. 3 flasks of venom should do the trick. I believe
Yes?
you are a character that can help me do poison. So I need flasks of venom. Which is, I need toxin extract and some stuff. So I need 3 toxin extracts. Which we can get from killing spiders nearby. So that will be no problem. Hello, you're a Blackstone liaison.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking.
Hey, what's going on? Something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
So they're actually, this is weird. These are not a faction. They're a side quest chain that's super side questy. And they basically hand out extra little jobs, like job board jobs, like hunter's board jobs. But they have like, there's a whole, it's like the war table from Inquisition, where it's like, it's almost all text-based with a couple lines of dialogue to justify you doing specific things. But they do branch off, and they're very interesting. There are some factions you can join as a result, one over the other. They don't really add to a whole lot, except for rewards and different missions you get. It's a really small part of the game that just gives you a lot more to do if you explore it. So, what can I do for you?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help.
I want to get at least one dialogue from Leniana this episode.
Contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you.
So we're getting jobs from the leaders of this guild.
Our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded.
Thanks.
Make his blessings light your path.
I might end up overlooking a lot of this and not recording some of the missions, but basically we look at the box, we get the missions. There's a number of people who pledged aid to the Blackstone Irregulars. Those times are now. There's 3 letters of conscription that people promised to join us. You have to get them to join. You can miss this because there's one guy in Lothering, and Lothering becomes not enterable after a certain point in the game. So Denerim, Lothering, Redcliffe. Go get these guys, tell them it's time to pay up, and join the gang. I'm in dereliction of duty. These are, hey, we need someone to track down and deal with deserters. These deserters took them with them supplies, so we need you to deal with them as you see fit and bring back the supplies that you dealt with them. We will ask no questions of your method as long as you use your own discretion and get us what we need. So again, Frostback Mountains, Calenhad, Denerim. These are side quests. Accepting the side quest spawns these characters into the world. They don't exist, or at least we can't talk to them unless we accept these quests. So we're just adding content. I believe one of those people is either in here or in the Chantry. And we'll go in the Chantry in just a little bit. What's the guy's name? No, not that guy. The quest. The Blackstone Regulars. It has a section. It doesn't say where specifically. It just says he's here. Patter Gritch is somewhere. Alright, let's talk to the bar guy really quickly.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all...
Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming.
Star Wars reference.
They were trouble enough themselves. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much.
Who were those guys?
When Tien Logain, Mark.
Oh, that's exactly who said they were.
He left those fellas behind to look for Grey Warden.
It is true, I'm a Grey Warden.
Have no qualm with you, whatever the...
Oh, his grandpa was a Grey Warden.
My grandfather.
That's crazy, cool.
What can I get you then?
Alright. I'll be going. Alright, cool. So now Leniana's in the party, so now the banter that triggers will be between the three of them. But let's talk to Leniana. And you have so much crap on you. Hey, Lels. Yes. Oh, Leniana has a specific dialogue function in which when you go to a new place or area, you can ask her about the area and get a little history. So she has that, is unique to her compared to everyone else. Which is actually somewhat reminiscent of Knights of the Old Republic. Almost everybody had like a thing that said, hey, what do you know about this world? And sometimes they would have unique perspectives.
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Alright, I wanted to talk about something.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well?
Sorry, I had to break away from that chain. So hey, since we're here, this vision of yours...
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
So you dreamed of the Blight itself?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
So you think this made you want to help me? You can play this as if you don't believe her, you're anti-religion, or anti at least Androstian religion, the monotheistic belief of God in a Christian sense, or just kind of like, I don't know. You can play it lighter, or you can be curious, or kind of like suspiciously curious. So this made you want to help me.
In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
So, really quick before I continue with our dialogue, in the original trailer called Sacred Ashes trailer, which you might now recognize as part of Urn of Sacred Ashes, Leniana was one of the three party members in that trailer, and her design is really cool. It's an early design for her. It obviously doesn't match what matches was in the game at all, because the game uses this, I think, Unreal Engine at the time. It doesn't use Bioware's Frostbite engine that EA had made them use at a certain point for De-Inquisition. But, so she was one of the first three companions. It was her, Morgan, and a character we're probably going to meet next episode. Probably. And, like, its main character is like a human, potentially a mage, but it doesn't really, that part doesn't matter. But her being in that trailer was a tone setter for me, and it just, I don't know. That's where I got the first part of my intro from part 1, where the guy kills the dragon and it fades the intro. Definitely look up that trailer if you guys haven't already. It's really fun, little bit of animation. I suppose if I were you, Leniana, I probably couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
So she explained her thing, and you got a little approval for her. We'll get more chances for approval with Leniana later. Right now, we have Leniana, Morrigan. Actually, Alistair likes us more than Morrigan. Interesting. On Leniana, we're going to look at her specializations. She is a bard. She has bard-specific skills. This is basically she's a rogue that can buff the party. Might as well look at everybody. Morrigan is a shapeshifter. It's spider, bear, and a swarm of insects. So that's what she can do. And this upgrades all the forms to be better. So instead of a bear, it's like the sloth demon bear. This you get a bigger spider form. And this one is... the flying swarm now drains health from foes. It's pretty interesting. I'd rather have her access to all her spells. We'll give her more spells. I'm going to primarily play her as an ice mage. I'm going to give her healing, obviously, at some point. And then also I'm going to increase... Mind Blast is also really good for her. It's good for any mage, almost. And I'm going to play her with Entropy. I'm going to make her my debuff mage with some healing attributes. So Morgan will be probably my most useful mage I'll have in the party. Aside from myself, obviously. And then, you know, Alistair is what he is. For Leniana, we're going to unlock all her lockpicking. Because I want to open those chests. We're not going to spec into stealth. It is useful, but it's kind of tedious. So we aren't going to go in much into it. There's so many good rogue skills that I honestly love being a rogue for. Like dodging projectiles that aren't magical, like arrows, blocking them, feign death, where you can fake your death and die and come back. There's a lot of cool stuff here that I really love about being a rogue. I'll probably be a rogue in my Dragon Age 2 playthrough for this game. But there's also the archery. So there's a lot of archery that's just pretty good. And this one we need for her first and foremost. But that's pretty much it for now. We're going to recruit one more party member that's in this town. A lot of early party members in the game that are in Lothering. We're going to recruit one more. And then start doing some of the side quests in the area for the Chantry's board. And then hopefully by the end of the next episode we'll be done with Lothering. We've been here for I think about 2 parts. That's fine. So let's go.